Good morning. Good morning. Let me plug this in real fast. All right. It is Monday. It's 2:49 a.m. I am on my way to my favorite destination spot. And I'm going to tell you something that's it didn't even really come to mind until this morning. I was out doing some work. I think it was Saturday. My battery charger on my computer, on my laptop, it stopped working. This is a brand new top of the line computer, less than a couple months old, less than 2 or 3 months old. Charger does not work. It's went out. I'm not sure what's going on. It's sporadic. Either way, need a new charger. Finished my meeting with my clients, and I'm looking for a Best Buy. Earlier in that day, coincidentally, and it's really coincidental because I had no intentions on buying anything or getting anything. I didn't even have intentions on getting this charger until I knew I needed one. And I find the Best Buy, go inside, and locate the charger. Boom. One thing I always do is I always go look for headphones. And earlier that day, I had seen Bose. I searched Bose's site because I'm looking for the perfect headphones. The lightweight ones, the wireless ones, similar to like what the Apple has, which is those AirPods, but I believe they can do something better. And I seen some that morning. And I happened to be in Best Buy that evening. So while I'm there, I asked one of the managers, I said, hey, I seen that Bose came out with these earphones. I'd like to see them. He says, all right. He says, we just put up a display. They're fairly brand new. Just came out. I said, yeah, I happened to see them this morning online, and I'm here. I'd like to play with them for a second. So we get over there, and they're noise reduction sleep headphones. They are about the size of this penny. Just to give you an idea, it's about the size of this penny. And what intrigues me about these headphones is, if you read just the box, it says that they are intended to block out any noise and allow you to get a sound night of sleep. Hey, listen, that sounds good to me, a sound night of sleep. I love the thought of a sound night of sleep, uninterrupted sleep. I only get about 4.5 hours on a good night, which is good enough for me. If I can make that 4-hour sound, excellent. I say, hold up though, because I'm the type of person that if I don't hear my alarm clock or I wake up late, I'm off. And then I gotta have another conversation with myself about being okay with being late. I don't want to have that conversation. I want to get up like I'm used to. I said, hey man, I said, these ain't got no alarm on here. What's the chances that I actually wake up? What's the likelihood that these things aren't going to allow me to sleep? Because based on what this box is saying, I don't have a chance. So we start looking at the packaging, and we look at the box, and it says, well, there's an app. Well, I like when something says there's an app, because when there's an app, that means, especially when there ain't a whole lot of movement to it, like I have these Dr. Dre beats. There ain't a lot of movement to these. There ain't a lot of mechanical parts. There's no buttons to push besides the volume and the power or the pause button. But once you get to plugging them into the computer, a whole bunch of other stuff starts coming to life. So I said, oh, it has an app. I said, I wonder what that app has on it. I bet you that app gets a little bit deeper into making sure, because Bose is the leading technology on acoustic ultrasonic sound. They're leading technology. So I have to believe that if they haven't came up with an idea to make these perfect so that a person like me don't miss their time to get up, or don't miss their alarm time that they need to go, then guess what? I just done found the next greatest thing, because I'm going to write to Bose and let them know that, hey, we need to do right? To make these better. So I say, hey, man, I'm going to take a box of those. I said, but what's the return policy? So return policy is 15 days. I said, was there a restocking fee? No restocking fee. You don't like them, bring them back. I said, great. I'm going to take a pair of these. Got them. I don't know. I started messing with them. Got home. Now I'm laying down. Playing with the app, playing with the headphones. Looking at the app, playing with the headphones. Getting used to it, seeing what they can do, pushing them to their limit, seeing how they're going to be able to work for me. Start playing with it a little bit, start thinking, man, these is pretty cool. These are pretty, I dig this. I dig this, but I'm a little bit nervous that I'm going to put these on and I'm not going to hear my alarm clock. So I start going through the settings on the app. You can set the thing to run all night because it has an 18-hour battery. Or you can set it to run, a couple minutes. You can set it to run 30 minutes. You can set it to run up to 12 hours. I said, hey, man, but what if this thing, I can't, hear my alarm? So then I click on another button. It says set. As soon as it pops up, it has times and days of the week. Times and days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Start setting it. 1:40 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Set. It says set a new alarm. Saturday, 5 a.m. Boom. Now I want to play with it a little bit and see if the alarm will go off. Because, see, I still don't trust it. I still don't trust that it's going to allow me to get up when I'm supposed to get up. The leading acoustic audio sound maker in the world, I don't trust that they figured out this noise canceling sleep pod as well as they're trying to tell me they have, because I think it's flawed. My mind is telling me that the number one manufacturer of acoustic sound ear headphones quality has not figured this out before they launched it to the market. So I'm playing with it, and I go to my desk and I'm doing a little bit of, just a little light work. It's Sunday night. I'm not doing too much. The kids are chilled. We played. We had a nice long day. Do a little work. I set the timer. I set the alarm. I want to know how these things are going. I'm simulating a sleep. Clock says it's 6:15 p.m. So I set the alarm to go off at 6:20. I want to hear what the hell it's going to do when it goes off. I want to know. I want to simulate, because I don't trust. I want to simulate how this is going to sound at 1:40 a.m. while I'm in a deep sleep, because these headphones are qualified to put me in this sleep. And I still don't trust them. So I'm listening. Boom, 6:30, the alarm goes off. I'm hearing this ping, 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 ping. You can go in there and pick out about 10 different chimes. You can pick out about 7 different sounds that they say are sounds intended to relax you during your sleep. Everything from an airplane to a waterfall to raindrops. And they have it even where you can put it on a setting where it allows you to hear, block out everything else, but hear things that you know you should hear, like maybe a baby crying, or maybe your alarm going off, or maybe a child calling you. It gives you a little setting in there where you can hear just enough of the important stuff, but block out the unimportant stuff and still go into a restful sleep. But I don't trust that it's going to pick me up. I don't trust that it's going to ring the alarm. I don't trust it. So I'm sitting there at 6:30. The alarm's going ping, ping, ping. It's going off. And I'm saying, okay, this will work. Right? This will work. Okay. Now it's time to go to sleep. I get my phone. I start looking at it. Everything's set up correctly. I put the AirPods in my ear. And I tell myself one more time, this is the leading technology company in acoustic sound. They could not have missed something this big, because waking up on time is important to me. They could not have missed something this big when they know how important it is to somebody who buys this quality of a product. It is for them to, one, get a good night's sleep, but two, to wake up from that sleep when they're supposed to and not feel rushed because they overslept. So I put them in my ear. Yeah, I take it back. They're probably no bigger than this dime, right? I put it in my ear, and I have faith that this company has figured it out before they put this product on the shelf, that they made it for somebody just like me, because I don't think I'm the only one who is expecting to wake up on time after a good night of sleep. Because if I don't wake up after a good night of sleep on time, that good night of sleep was for nothing. So I put 1 in, I put 2 in, I put it on for all night. And boom, so now I got it going all night. I got it going all night. And I tell myself, they figured this out. They're not going to let me down. And sure enough, the leading technology company in the world got it right. Because I woke up at exactly 1:40 a.m. Matter of fact, I set it back 5 minutes from when I normally get up, just in case there was an issue. And I need that extra 5 minutes to realize, or my internal clock kicked in and I was ready to go. But when you sleep with them in your ear, you don't feel anything. So it's natural to maybe not get up if you have something playing. 1:40 a.m. Ping, 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 ping. Oh, it's time to get up. And I told my wife that night, because I'm trying to convince myself that this isn't going to harm me. I said, how much money do you think Bose put behind the R&D? How much money do you think they put behind trying to figure out what was the perfect sound to help you sleep to? She said, probably a lot. I said, what's the chances that they put a lot of money behind the app? Probably a lot. What's the chance you think they put a lot of money behind the design? Probably a lot. What's the chance you think they test marketed this before they launched it? Said, quite a lot. I had to go into full faith, because nothing about my earthly body, given the things that I had been through and how I know it feels to wake up late, would have allowed me to believe that this was going to improve my life versus harm me. I say all that to simply say, if an acoustic audio maker, creator can get it right when it comes to getting you the best night of sleep, and then providing you a sound that's so elegant and so soft that it wakes you up on time without feeling as if you are rushed, and allows you to roll out the bed in so much of a comfortable way that you feel like you literally just spent your first night in heaven. That's what believing in God is like. And this didn't even come to me until this morning. So whatever I'm talking about is a revelation from this morning about if an earphone manufacturer, acoustic sound company can create something that would emulate your way of living and your way of being and your way of life, and design something so perfectly. Because had they missed that, I probably would have had me a job, because I probably could have walked into Bose and said, hey, I found a flaw in this, multi-million-dollar project you're launching right here, which, I think you believe is going to be the next best thing, because I know you put a lot of money into it, but you missed something. See, I need to wake up on time, and your system doesn't allow that. So here's what we should do. I would have created an opportunity for myself. And when I know that there's a chance for me to create this opportunity, then I know I have to find out if they've already figured it out. And what I'm saying is when you are thinking that God doesn't have it figured out for you, God has it figured out. You have to just chill. You have to just say, if the God, the creator, has thought of everything, what makes you think that he has not thought of what you needed? Simply put, if I can have faith in man, in a product from the leading acoustic sound manufacturer in the world, if I can have faith in them, and God created every man that was there, then why would I feel the need to question God versus simply having faith that he's already went ahead of me and figured out all the sleep buttons in my life, figured out all the rest mechanisms in my life, that figured out all the sounds that need to go on in my life? Why would I ever have to question my existence? You see, everything is an emulation of God's creation in the end. But you have to have faith that allows you to get past the point of what it is that you can see with your own two eyes. We have a saying in our brokerage. One is do the work. But the other one is, and this is the most important thing, you have to trust the process. It's going to take some convincing. I get you. I get it. It's going to take some convincing. You're going to have to convince yourself that they figured it out, that I can go to sleep and rest assured that the number one manufacturer of acoustic sound quality material has figured out that I need to at least wake up. They can't put me into such a zone that I can't wake up when I'm supposed to, because then it's all for nothing. If I go to sleep, have a solid sleep, then wake up and miss my meeting, then it was for nothing. I got a solid sleep just so I can get fired. I paid all this money for these headphones just so they can get me fired. God put me on this earth just so I could die. You have to trust the process. I need to go get liposuction because this diet isn't working. You have to trust that it's a process. You have to trust that it will work. You have to give it its time. You have to chill. You have to stop jumping on the scale every 3 seconds. You have to relax. Because if you trust the process and you have faith in God, then you know that life is not a series of events for no reason. You know that it's not meant for you just simply to live and die, that your existence is for a reason. Your fingerprints tell you that you are a unique individual, unlike anything else on the face of this earth. There's not 2 sets of fingerprints that match. You are uniquely designed. And if you tell yourself this enough, when you find yourself in a rough, unpredictable situation, pulling your hair out, you will have faith that will bring you back to reality. Period.